Okay, before we get started in today's video, let us say a prayer. Dear Lord, please let this beat turn out to be okay. Please don't let me embarrass myself on Al Gore's internet. I know I'm not the best makeup person. I say person because my talent doesn't even qualify me as an artist. But I ask that I look cute through my limited skill and ability. Alright, let's get it poppin'. Amen. Oh, I am ridiculous. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adriana. Channel name is Oka. I'm glad you can join me today. So today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be reviewing one of the K-dramas that I really like. And it recently ended. It's a new one called Rookie Historian Goo Hae Ryung. So I was like, you know what? When I talk about this video, I don't want to do it just sitting here because that might be boring. So I was like, you know what, let me attempt a makeup look while I'm talking about this K-drama and why I really like it. So, to start things off, I'm going to moisturize my face using the Shea Moisture Daily Hydrating Coconut Face Lotion because I have dry skin. And also, like, this stuff is really thick. Like, look, y'all, it doesn't want to ever come out. Okay, now it's coming out just a little bit at a time. See, you pump it, it doesn't really want to come out. So what I do is I go a little bootleg and I take it off and try to get some out and, you know, put it on my hands like this. Also, this is also a problem across the board with Shea Moisture products because the products be so thick. Sometimes they don't want to come out the bottle. I need y'all to do something about that Shea Moisture. Just saying. But, you know, I live with it because I really like Shea Moisture's products. So, it's all good. Alright, so Rookie Historian Goo Hae Ryung. So, yeah, there will be spoilers in this video, but before I spoil something, I'll put, like, an alert on the screen. So, basically what Rookie Historian Goo Hae Ryung, basically, to give it a brief synopsis is, the protagonist, Goo Hae Ryung, she is of married age and she's supposed to find herself a husband and get married. Well, she doesn't want to do that. So she reads books on the side to make money. She doesn't really care for romance books like the other women in the country. So she opts to read less romantic, more tragic books. So one day she's at the bookstore and she's reading this hot new novel that just recently come out by the author Mae Wah. It's a romance novel. And so she runs into this guy and the guy asks her, hey, what you think of this book? And she's like, oh, this book is terrible. It's terrible. He shouldn't be writing. And I hope that, you know, basically that he never sells another book again. And so he's all offended. But little does she know that that's the writer Mae Wah. And also little does she know that Mae Wah is really one of the princes of the nation. So fast forward, so Goo Hae Ryung is arranged in a marriage. She doesn't want to get married. She and her fiance find a way to break it off. So she sneaks out and she signs up to be a historian in the country. One of the first female historians of the country. Her and 3 other girls. So basically, a lot more of the story is her trying to navigate her life as a historian and learning how to do her job and trying to fight the misogynistic views of the other people in her office and the leaders of the country and just pretty much trying to prove herself as a worthy historian. And also another part of the story, before I do that, let me prime my face with MAC Prep and Prime. You see how much little I got left? I definitely need to buy some more. I love this primer. Also, part of the other story is Mae Wah, his real name is Yi Rim, but he also goes by Prince Do-won, so I'm just going to call him Do-won. So Do-won, he's a writer, and he's locked up by his father, the king, and he's not allowed to go anywhere because the king obviously doesn't care for him for whatever reason that we eventually find out. So really, the only allies he has in the palace are his eunuch, the servant girls assigned to help him, his grandmother, and his older brother, the Crown Prince Chen, who, side note, is so fine. Like, Like, he's real fine. But I digress. Alright, so for foundation, I'm using Benefit's Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. Color 11. This might be a little light for me. I'm not sure. I'm not really good at color matching stuff in my skin. This is a light medium coverage foundation. I really like light coverage foundations, light to medium. I rarely go for full coverage, but I will if I really like the foundation. So yeah, basically Do-won has been locked up basically his whole life. And so he's basically just trying to figure out why his life is the way it is and what's the issue with what's the issue his father has with him. So basically, Goo Hae Ryung and Do-won, they meet, they fall in love, they start to become attracted to one another, they start to have the feels, and then they realize that they got like a shared history because prior to this current kingdom being established with the current king, the former king was murdered and overthrown, and turns out that king was Do-won's birth father, and one of the king's closest friends was Hae Ryung's father. So there you go, drama right there. And then, you know, shenanigans happen and they try to avenge the king to get justice for the people of the king's school. So Raewon, because the rumors that were spread about this school was that they were doing like sacrifices and they were Catholics and doing all of this harm and trying to corrupt Joseon and straying from the teachings of Confucianism. So that wasn't ideal, and it was like basically committing heresy and putting the country in danger with these Western ideals. Alright, so I don't know what I'm gonna use for, I guess for contour and highlighting, I'm gonna use these Fenty Beauty matchsticks. I'm gonna use Suede and Espresso. Suede to highlight, Espresso to contour. Alright, so yeah, I mean, that was like a rough, that was like a real rough synopsis of this film. I mean, of this series. So I'm not really good at summarizing things. So yeah, let me get into my thoughts about the drama. So first, let me start with the characters. I love the characters. And to me, the characters are probably the best part of this drama, because to me, a good character is somebody who has layers and depth to them, and they're not just one-dimensional, serve one purpose, just like this. And I feel basically all the characters were like that, because the second state counselor, he got more depth to his character towards the end of the series, especially that very last episode. But I feel like all the characters were like this. All the characters had their flaws. All the characters had their strength. Like Min Yuan, he was very kind, very helpful, but he was kind of maybe too rigid in his beliefs about what makes a good historian. Do-won, he's naive. He's very naive, and I would say just a little bit insecure sometimes. But he's very sweet, and he has a good heart, and he's very smart. Always wants to learn. Crown Prince, again, who we love. Who I love, Crown Prince. You know, Crown Prince is a kind, good leader, cares about the people, but he also, you know, just a little bit insecure about his power too. Well, I don't know. Basically, you know what? I'm not even gonna do him like that. Yijin is perfect. I don't care what y'all say. So yeah, I like the characters. I especially love the characters in Historian Office because they were just ridiculous, and they're like the kind of people you meet like normally in like your everyday workplace. Some people, especially Officer Yang, it's ridiculous. But I like how, I also like how the characters, they grew. Each had growth in them. Like Min learns to be less rigid. Yang learned how to be, Officer Yang learned how to be more accepting of the rookie historians and to see them as his equals. Do-won, he grew up, he matured. Hae Ryung became more accepting of love, less hesitant about it. And so yeah, the characters, they grew on you. The storyline was pretty good. It was a simple storyline. I had a concrete beginning, middle, and end. The only thing that I would say about the story, it didn't have many plot holes because I'm also big on plot as well, and if there are plot holes, it just drives me crazy. The only thing I would say though that I didn't really understand completely is what happened to the king at the end. And I put this on my Tumblr, my website. So I asked this question on my blog, like, what happened to the king? Like, was he killed? Did he resign? What happened? Because to me, it wasn't clear. And some of the people who responded said that the king is in the villa. He's in the royal villa. And he's the one that sent the Queen Dowager letter. But I that might be true. I'm not going to say that it's wrong, but I had thought this whole time that Doan was the one who sent the letter to the queen, and she was like, oh, I don't want to read it. I'll never forgive him because he didn't accept the throne. That's why she was upset. So, who knows? Maybe the king is in the villa. I'm not sure if he is or if he's not. I wish that could have been explained. Also, this might be a little morbid of me. I wish they would have shown the second state counselor's execution scene. Like, I mean, yeah. I mean, this show really wasn't on the violent side. It had a few scenes where people got attacked, like when Doan got attacked by those arrows, and towards the beginning where it showed whatchamacallit getting killed, his father getting killed, and them raiding the palace. Like, those are a few violent scenes, but y'all could at least show them the second state counselor getting killed. But again, I might just be a little morbid. So yeah, I have no qualms with the plot. Dialogue was also good. Dialogue was funny. And particularly, I promise you, like, my favorite character, comedy-wise, was Officer Yang, and the historians, especially the little short one. I forgot his name. The little short one that Officer O said was ugly, low key. That one, and yeah, the officers were hilarious. Like, they were funny. They kept the funny in the show. I really liked it. Some things I didn't like about the series, like, there was, like, mostly everything I liked. Like, hold on. Alright, so we're gonna use Too-Faced Sweet Peach for our eye look. I'm just gonna do a simple, basic, standard look. Like, I haven't got time for all this blending, so I'm just gonna use, oh god, I'm just gonna use this color right here, Caramelized. Put on my eyes. Listen, Too-Faced is problematic sometimes. I get it, but I really like their eyeshadows. I'm a sucker. They suckered me, unfortunately. So yeah, that's basically my thought of the series overall. Let me get more in depth with some of the characters, some of my favorite characters from the series. So I think my favorite character is Jin. And I like Jin because, you know, he's a kind leader. He's fair. He tries to do what's best by the people. He was even willing to give up his position at the end. So when he was awarded Crown Prince because the one decided that he didn't want the title, I think that was fitting because I was like, oh, I felt so bad for him until I watched the end because I'm like, he did all this. He's such a good leader. And just because his raggedy daddy is like raggedy, he's not going to get to be Crown Prince. But I was so happy that the writers let him be Crown Prince at the end. I also really like Doan because the thing that I like and appreciated most about Doan is that even though he was a sheltered, naive boy, he wasn't, and I often compare characters who are characterized this way to the Emperor from Empress Ki because I could not stand Emperor from Empress Ki. Like, all the other girls liked him. I was like, I could not stand him the whole series because he was so whiny and so entitled, and he always wanted to get his way, and he would manipulate people to get his way. But because he's cute, the girls love him. But anyways, I digress. But I appreciate that they did not write the one like him. So That is what I greatly appreciate, because Doan is genuinely kind, and he's more mature. He's mature, he's kind, he's smart, and he wants to do his best so he can prove his worth and prove that, hey, I'm rightfully the prince. I know what I'm doing. Just put some faith in me. And also identify with the fact that he is a struggling writer. That was relatable as puke. So of course I like Hae Ryung, of course. Like, she's goals, taking on the male patriarchy. Hey, I can't even say what I want to take on. God dog. She basically taking on the male patriarchy, trying to prove why she is that chick. I really like her brother, Jae Young. I don't even know if I said that right. But her brother actually reminds me of somebody. I was watching this, I was like, oh, I know you in real life. Their maid, love the maid. I love Unique Hill and the servant girls. I love all the historians. I love men. I love that he was more like the ground. I love his groundedness, and I love that he grew to be more less rigid in his beliefs as a historian. Right. So I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I also like Officer Song. She's cool. Like, I thought, like, starting off, let me say when this series first started, what I thought it was gonna be. This is exactly what I thought it was gonna be, because I'm seeing dramas like this, and I was like, oh, please don't be like this. I'm tired. What I thought it was gonna be was that Hae Ryung was gonna start working close by the Crown Prince, so the Crown Prince was gonna catch the feels for Hae Ryung, and Officer Song was like, oh, word B? We got beef, because at the beginning, it was a little friction between them. When Hae Ryung stood up for her when they were drinking, and she was like, no, I don't need you to do that for me. I was like, oh, they're going to have some beef going on. But I was happy that it wasn't like that. I'm glad that basically all the women got along in the series. I'm so happy that they didn't write no jealousy for the men or women, because either way, when it's like the jealous person because I can't have you, so nobody else can, when it's like that, I am so glad they didn't write it that way. Because I am so tired of that storyline. But yeah, I also love Officer Yang. Like, Officer Yang, he was hilarious. Like, I've said this like plenty of times, but I can't overestimate. He was absolutely hilarious. Okay, and I also like the modernness of the series. How they would, like, when you watch shows and they're trying to get messages across, and sometimes they can be a little preachy in delivering a message. But I believe that this show delivered messages about faith, about religious faith, and women empowerment, and accepting others, and loving yourself. I feel like they did this very well without coming across as preachy and cheesy and corny and whatnot. Alright, so my eyes are done. I don't put on fake lashes because the concept of putting on fake lashes on creeps me out. Yes, it does. Alright, so for my lips, I'm using ColourPop's Ultra Matte Lip Starcross. This stuff is dry. It'll dry your lips out, but you know what? It don't move when you put it on. Alright, let's see the final result of how it looks. Yeah, okay. Like, I could even do my eyebrows because I ran out of eyebrow. I lost my eyebrow pencils, like both of them. So I don't know what they are. I need to restock my makeup, like, for sure. But anyways, so yeah, those are my thoughts on rookie historian Goo Hae Ryung. Now, the show is on Netflix, so if you want to check it out, I suggest that you do that. It's very good and it's worth watching. It's only, what, 20 episodes? So yeah, it's very worth watching. Alright, so thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you can stay tuned to what I'm doing on this channel. That's right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.